Alright everyone, we are here with War 8 against X+K9. Today I'll be taking in Rank 4 Apocalypse, Cable, and Nebula. I have Path 6 in Section 1 and Path 1 in Section 2, and then some shared fights along the way. Alright, so most of my war is Apocalypse. First 4 fights are going to be Apocalypse. Moleman here, first node of Path 6. This is just repetitive combos, gains of prowess, and then it's block penetration. But you don't really have to worry about that unless you're taking a special attack. Because the block penetration on basic attacks isn't much at all. So the game plan with these 4 are just mutant boosts and APB, getting to special 2, dropping the special 2, and then ending the fight with the next special that we have ready. And it's either going to be a special 2 or a special 3. The third fight against Fury, it's a little bit more technical, but 3 of them, it's just strictly parry, attack. I do have full suicides on, so that's going to help with the power back boosts. I'm going to bait this out while I wait for the unstoppable armor because I felt like the timing was going to work out. And there we go, the armor procs, no unstoppable, so we're clear to drop this special 2 so that we don't have to worry about unstoppable. And then that pushed us to SP3, and that ends the fight. So super easy first fight of the war. Moving on to Tigra, we're going to do the exact same thing. This node does have power focus too, so there's a little bit of a concern of having to deal with an unblockable special attack. So we just have to be ready for that when it comes. But again, same thing, we're going to parry combo to get to our special 1, or our special 2. And she should only be pretty close to special 2 by the time we throw it. But then there's no worry here of pushing her to special 3 since there's the reduced power gain when she reaches 2 bars of power. And she actually gets knocked out with the first special. So another easy fight for the war. Moving on to the real reason I brought Apocalypse, this rank 4 Fury here on node 24 EMP. So the game plan here is the exact same. However, I'm going to play this in which I don't affect myself with Burden of Might. So we're going to parry, we're going to do a 4-hit combo ending with a light, but not the 4th light. We're going to back out so that we can create room to parry safely without triggering dexterity. And then the next parry combo is going to be even shorter so that we don't push into 1 bar. And then this one's going to be a full combo so we get to special 2, and then we let it rip, hopefully pushing him to special 2 as well, which we do. And I'm going to try to dex out there without triggering dex. He threw special 2. I decided to block the whole thing. We have concussion up, so it helps a little bit with the bubble shield. So we dropped the second special 2. And here I could have just danced since he's under a bar of power, waited for him to degen until he was at 30%, and then ended it with my special 3. But I got excited and threw my special 3. Which isn't going to be a big deal at all with the power back boosts. I'm just going to go ahead and wait. And he threw a heavy, so I dex back and drop this special 2, and that ends it. So literally a nuke fest for the first 3 fights of the war. Now here I'm not riding that adrenaline high of how I felt before taking Fury. So here I'm a little more relaxed. So I try to nuke fest this Korg pretty much the same way that I did the first 3 fights. But the problem here becomes his rock stack shield coming back up during the second special 2. So that just slows it down. Luckily this is my last Apocalypse fight, so I'm not really worried about how much damage I take here as long as I don't die. But you see here we're rushing to special 2, and unfortunately don't get to special 2 at the end of that second combo so that I can drop my special 2 and then do this second special 2 here. And you see I'm having a little bit of an issue trying to get that parry in. And of course the second special 2 ends up being with the rock stacks up. So we take some thorns and he doesn't lose all his rock stack armor, and now we're trying to bait out this special 2 so that we don't get special 3'd. And that's healing him a little bit on top of triggering the unstoppable and unblockable, but that's not the big deal. And then we finish it with the special one here. So not quite the nuke fest the first 3 fights were, but still a pretty safe fight. Then we're taking this Nimrod on buffet. So here, my usual game plan with Nebula against robots has been just hold on to shock charges and build the special 3. And here I felt a little confident to just go ahead and build up to close to 20 shock stacks and then parry right before I'm ready to throw special 2, with keeping in mind where the global timer is and his armor up timer. So what you will see is I immediately push to the 5 charges or more so that we can shut everything down. Now we don't have to worry about it. We're going to bait out heavies, but he's going to be pretty stubborn throwing them, so we actually end up intercepting quite a bit here. Just going to block all of this special 1, not going to retaliate it. Get another heavy out. And then here I'm watching the timers, and I noticed they were both well into their cooldown time, and then we drop the special 2 and double the shock charges. So very, very quick Nebula fight. And then here, my last fight of the war, Horseman Cable. We're going to just be parry heavying this node entirely. And to be honest, this is my sloppiest war of the fight. One mistake was made, and it quite possibly could have been the end of Cable had it been any sooner in the fight. So parry heavy here, we're just letting the degens go. We are mindful that he starts with an armor up, so he's gonna start unstoppable, or there's a chance he can. So we were ready for that. So now we're just watching both timers, because both timers here are armor up charges, and I decided not to throw a heavy for that one, but for this next one, I decided to throw the heavy. He threw the special 1. I was stunned. I don't have max limber at all. So it was just fortunate enough that he had enough degens to tick out. Our battle group ended up losing to their battle group 2-3, so kind of unfortunate. However, we did end up winning this war 6-5. So same death score compared to last war, but the opponent ended up failing harder than we did. So we got lucky here, but 4 wars left in the season. We kind of have to win them out in the hopes of getting top 3, maybe, but 1 war at a time. So hit subscribe, like, share. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will catch you guys at the next one.